Hi, this is Dr. Ivan Misner, founder of BNI, and I would like to say hello to the BNI Olympians chapter. I understand you meet at the Lincoln Hotel, which is right across from the Lincoln Cathedral, and that was reputedly the tallest building in the world for 238 years. Okay, it was 1311 to 1549, but I was impressed when I heard it. It's a real pleasure to have this opportunity to talk to your group today. I've been asked to talk about three things. First was inspiring members or helping members to invite visitors, particularly if you've thought that maybe you've invited all the sources or all of the potential visitors you could. So I've got an observation. I'm going to rewind back to 1986, a year after I started BNI. And I was still a member of a chapter, and I said to one of the other members, man, I've invited everybody I can think of. There's nobody else that I can possibly think of. And she looked at me and she said, come on, Ivan, surely you haven't invited everybody that you know. And I said, yeah, I really have. She said, all right, well, what about, now I'm going to really date myself here, your Rolodex. Some of you probably don't even know what that is, but it's a card box, or it's a circular thing that had everybody's contacts on it. And yes, I had one. She said, have you gone through your Rolodex card by card? I said, well, no, not card by card. And then I had a box of cards as well. Have you gone through your box of business cards, card by card? And I said, well, no, I haven't done that. She said, do you have a database? Now, this is back in 1985, so databases weren't quite what they are today. But I had one, and I said, well, no, I didn't go through my database, name by name. She said, what about your checkbook? I said, checkbook? Why would I go through my checkbook? She said, because you have vendors, you have people that you're paying for products and services. They might make good candidates. I said, well, I haven't actually gone through all those, but I can't imagine that there are people in there that I haven't thought of. I was wrong, because the following week, I went through all of those things and I found all kinds of people. Also, I learned to really look and observe as I was out networking. One of the things I've recommended for years is that you got to go out and networking. It's a contact sport. And so as you're at other organizations, look for people who you think might make good candidates, people who have a good reputation in the community, who are positive. Those are the kinds of people that you want to invite. Now, the other thing that I was asked was, what are some things that you can do to make sure a visitor wants to apply when they visit? And I'll give you a few points here. The first is invite them in a way that really intrigues them or makes them interested. What tends to happen is, a lot of people love the BNI program and they come on maybe a little strong. They'll invite somebody to say, oh, you have got to come to this organization. It is an amazing organization. You're going to get so much business. And of course, people go, who are you and what is this that you're talking about? So don't do that. And listen, I've been guilty of it in the past as well, but I learned over time that the we're interviewing technique works much, much better. It goes like this. I'm in a referral organization. We get together on a regular basis. We have 25 members in our group, and we pass each other referrals all the time. We're interviewing, and then fill in the blank, whatever profession they're in. We're interviewing people in your profession to try to find the best candidate or the right candidate for our program. I think you might make a good candidate. That's the way to introduce. Now, what's the subtext of that? The subtext is, we might not pick you. Don't say that to them, but that's the subtext. And when they come, do an interview. Really talk to them. Make sure it's a good fit. And one of the things you really want to look for is attitude. Attitude is so important in bringing in a new member. You want somebody who's got a positive and supportive attitude. I'd rather have someone with less experience and a positive attitude, because ignorance on fire is always better than knowledge on ice. Pick people on fire who you think are there to help you as well as you be willing to help them. And then, of course, follow up. make sure that they are, in fact, that they have the information about where it meets and what time and how to get there. Be professional about it. And when they come, welcome them to the group. You know, it's all about the visitor's experience. They're either going to have a good experience or a bad experience based on the way they're invited and based on the way they're treated when they come. You know, different people, different places, different races, different religions, different countries, different cultures. We all speak the language of referrals. We all want to do business with people we know and trust. And that's the beauty of BNI, is that we do that within the context of this philosophy of giver's gain. That if I help you, you'll help me, and we'll all do better as a result of it. This is Dr. Ivan Misner, founder of BNI. Thanks for watching.